Warning, warning, warning. Parental advisory. Explicit content ahead. We cannot guarantee what comes out of Amir and Tommy's mouth, so be warned. Strap in, not strap on, for the ride. Yeehaw bitches.
Welcome to the This Is Growing Up podcast. I'm Amir.
And I'm Tommy.
Each week we're going to be talking about all things growing up, a lot of those things together, childhood memories, the trials, the tribulations of adulting, and lessons we have learned so far, all while having a laugh and a joke at the same time. Each week we'll have a new topic and an occasional special guest.
Right, questions.
You going to go for it?
Do you want to go?
You go first.
Go on, you go first.
All right, I'll go first. What's been the most interesting film, program, series that you've worked on?
Ooh, that is a good one. There's been a few. Off the top of my head, most recent ones. We did. Let me have a think. Hang on. It's straight away. Someone asked that question. You're like, I know. No,
we can always
shows.
We can always come back to it, and you can have a little think.
Yeah, maybe come back to that.
All right, we'll come back to that.
You go first.
I'll go first.
Scratch that. Yeah.
So, you loosely worked on Baldur's Gate.
I did.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it? And have you had any other chances to work on any big sort of budget games?
Well, yeah. So that was a proper random last minute kind of thing because with our industry the schedules can move, shooting schedules can move. Like you have kind of a week booked in on a job and suddenly it's like, oh, we need another week in the edit, so like your job lifts out, so suddenly the schedule will kind of free up. And that company I work at, we do a lot of video game stuff. Like they did they had have a big photo department. It did like Ghost of Tsushima, stuff
game.
like that. Yeah,
so good.
Yeah, I've never played it, but it looks
so
amazing.
Good.
It
looks so good.
There's been loads of stuff like that where I'm like, I've got a mate who's really into video games, and I was like, because it's been a few video game people come in, and I've sort of mentioned to him, and he's like, that's like a dude. I was like, I was in his way in reception. I had to get out of the way because they were taking a photo. I might be in that photo. And he was like, you don't even know. But yeah, so that came about because, so a job moved and 2 weeks lifted out of my schedule. And, my kind of, our creative director came to me and I was like, there's a video game coming in, Baldur's Gate 3. They want to mix it in Atmos.
Yeah. So
Atmos is... So you get like stereo, which is 2 channels, or mono's 1 channel, stereo is 2 channels, 5.1, which is 5 surrounds and 1 center, and it goes up from there. But Atmos is where, when you go to a cinema, there's the speakers on the ceiling, there's like
in the chair,
they're all around basically. So they wanted to mix it in that, and I'd done shows that are mixed like that, so they were like, we need someone to kind of guide them. I was like, yeah. At like 2 days notice, I had to like research how does it work? Video games audio, and it's very different. It's not like, so the way I work is it's like linear, so it sort of goes in real time. I turn it up, turn it down, I can go back, and it's blah blah blah. But with video games, obviously there's millions of different ways to do something. So it's almost like programming. And setting rules, and like if you do this happens, or if this sounds like that, then this will kind of cut through. And there is like the fun stuff, like we need that spell to be more chunky, the fireball to be more explosive, and it's like, okay, I know where I am with that.
Do you have to like, because obviously as a computer game player, you can either, do you have to like account for someone potentially like playing on a TV or having like headphones on? Because it's like, I guess it would sound like slightly different.
Yeah, so there's different modes in it. There's like, I think you can set you can change the settings on the game. So you do different mixes for like dynamic or like night mode. You do settings for that. But yeah, you do have to, and that comes into it for my actual job as well, is people are watching it on headphones, sound bars, like, you know, Apple like AirPods and stuff, or even just straight out of the TV. So you have to cut. So there is a TV in the room where is our reference. You kind of flick it onto that, and you go, okay, we did that as the same way as well. But with this, it was more because it was so immersive. Obviously, you're in the world, so it's like, okay, everything has to. It's not like with me, everything comes there. The center is there, but with a video game, it's like, okay, well, you're looking over there, so everything's coming out of there. You're looking over there, so it's coming. Yeah. And it was really. I really enjoyed it. It was quite a intense 2 weeks because I had to be on it because it's you know, Larry and Studios, they are like top. They were really on it, and audio director Stefan was wicked. He'd turn to me and be like, "What do you think of that?" And I was like, "Yeah," and I had to like come up with ideas. You know, it wasn't like I couldn't. You know, I wasn't just there to sit back and just DOS or anything. I wasn't just. I was like they're part of the team, which was really cool. And yeah, they did some really cool stuff. Yeah. But I mean, so their boss. Is it Sven, the boss of Larry? I can't remember. But he came in, and we were all sort of crammed into this studio. And you're basically just like, he was just playing the game and like making notes and stuff. Yeah. And then he'd go away, and then they'd get me to just sit there as someone who hadn't played the game but was aware of audio, and they would just crack on. And they had all the codes. They had like God mode and stuff like that, so unlimited whatever. So you just play through, and you're just playing along. And just sat in this big studio just playing, and they were just like taking notes and stuff. And it was really cool. Yeah. So yeah, really enjoyed it. And there is something else coming up. I think the beginning of next year.
Can't talk about it.
I can't say what it is. No, the video game world is like next level.
You have to come back on when it's
when it's done.
It's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, really cool, but I can't talk about it. It's really gonna be awesome. But yeah, it's potentially really cool. So we'll see. But
I'm glad you said about the differences, because I was gonna it's not on the sheet, but I was gonna go and say, like, is it different to doing TV shows?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, even TV shows can differ from the platform as well, if that makes sense. So obviously video games, you just want them all big, loud, and it could be nice and dynamic and blah blah blah. TV, say you're doing something for BBC, you've got to think about who's watching it when it's on.
Monster burp.
Wait till you get the smelling salts in you.
I think I need that to level me out. You need to think about who's watching it and when, and what's the most important thing. So, dialogue has got to be clear and key and there. But when you get to like the Netflix, the Amazons, the Disney Plus, there is more scope to be more dynamic and have a bit more fun, because you don't have adverts busting in halfway through. Yeah. People will be watching it because I want to watch that, and they'll like that certain show. So yeah, generally with BBC broadcast stuff, you do have to. It is a little bit, I want to say safer, but you do have to make sure that dialogue can be properly clear.
Whenever there's like a new show, there was a period of time on TV shows, and I'm just saying this as someone who's read this online or on a headline or something like that. There's been I think it was like Poldark or something like that, which I've never seen. I just want to put out there, I've never watched an episode of Poldark.
You fucking liar.
I've watched all of them. I've never seen them, but a lot of people, it was like, Fury is the new season of Poldark. Everyone says it's dark and they're mumbling.
Yeah, so there's a lot of that. So again, that goes into, it can get a bit like boring and sort of tech speak. So there's kind of standards and levels that you need to hit, and it's all kind of done on overall sort of loudness. And different streamers, different platforms have different specs, which is a bit weird, but it can be a creative choice sometimes, and it's a bit of a tricky one because you're in the room, and like I said, we get maybe a week on it or however long on it on our own to be like, right, this is my interpretation of what we came up with. And it's the director might come in and say they want this, and you're sort of like, obviously you can have a discussion, but at the end of the day, if they're adamant, you're like, what is your show kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what I sort of tend to do is like, try to work out how it's going to translate
Yeah.
onto TV, because everything sounds great in the studio. You hear every little thing,
I bet.
and you can change the volume in there to accommodate anything. Sometimes it is a creative choice. Sometimes it's just people's settings on TVs as well. And this is one thing we battle against loads, because soundbars have like dialogue setting, music setting, cinema setting, blah blah, all this, and it's like, just best thing to do is just leave it on standard.
That's why it's the standard.
Just leave it flat. I mean, unless I don't know, it's night mode, maybe kids upstairs, but whatever. But best thing to do is leave it on standard. If you want to get the true representation, leave it on standard. And even picture wise with your TV, I don't know enough about the settings, but we've got editors who'll go in to their mates' houses, they're watching TV, and they'll just go straight in, set the settings, and they'll be like, whoa, I can see that, or it looks...
Don't touch my remote control.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah. The main thing is there's a thing called motion blur, or something to do with motion on your TV, and everyone should turn that off, because everything looks better without it.
I do it on games.
Yeah, so you have it on games and sport. I think it's for like sport and games, right? Or is it meant to be
it's
off?
on everything, like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Space Marine 2. But they have motion blur, like on that they had motion blur for like the environment, but they also have motion blur for the gun.
Oh,
so it's like two separate motion blurs.
Jeez.
I turn it off just because it runs smoother without it on.
Yeah, it's just puts a weird effect on it, and it kind of sometimes looks out of sync. And yeah.
I get, like, from a visual point of view, like if there's explosions or whatever, then it kind of adds that effect. But
for normal TV, it's probably a bit too much. So you just got to try and think about what you're trying to get out of the scene, kind of thing. But I mean, there's set of stuff. I don't know. A lot of it's kind of creative, I think. A lot of it could be just people just not having the right settings, or not having a soundbar.
I think my TV is about 15 years old.
Oh I'm
like,
terrible.
Has it still got the really big back to it?
It's a family antique. That is it?
The valves.
What do we have? What have we got? Oh, it's you.
Yeah, you can do that one.
This one.
Yeah. Or do you want me to do it?
No, I mean, I give him enough crap for it, so you can answer.
Why do you love Joe and the Juice so much?
What? I mean, who doesn't? Jeez. Well, I don't.
Don't say you don't love it, because you do love it.
Fucking love Joe.
I love it in the same way I'm going to grow to love Monster Energy drink. So it goes back to your stag do, Tom. You're in Copenhagen.
Yeah.
I don't really think I'd had it before then.
Ah, okay.
But I thought you had.
Yeah, I thought you were like.
I thought you were like a Joe and the Juice connoisseur.
I thought you were
like
poster boy.
It was that weekend. I spent like, I don't even know, my entire stag budget on sandwiches and smoothies. No, it was because so that weekend, which is amazing. Copenhagen is such a cool city. I think it was like one of the only places I found that I could have a sandwich, gluten-free stuff.
Yeah.
So when I find somewhere like that and it's decent, I sort of lock into it.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realise there was that giant food hall opposite, which did loads of other food as well.
Yeah, we
did. Was amazing.
Go to that place.
That food hall was great.
And actually, I could have a whole bunch of stuff there. That was great. But yeah, Joe and the Juice. I mean,
they just kept on calling, go, Tristan, Joe and the Juice.
Yeah, which one? No, I don't know. They just had a decent sandwich, a smoothie, but I was there, and a coffee. I was there a lot. But on the last day, when we were waiting to go, and everyone was hungover, and I was clutching the bag of I had a sandwich and a smoothie and a coffee, and I was that level of hungover. I couldn't eat or drink anything yet, but I was like, I want this because it's good. Like, I need to eat this.
That's where you're going wrong. That's why you spent so much money. You're getting a coffee, a juice, and a sandwich.
And it was in Copenhagen as well.
Yeah, that also doesn't help.
I don't know. And they're good with their app and offers, and
it is good.
It is good
to be fair. I do like a juice from the Joe and the Juice.
Is there one in Brighton? I think there's one in Brighton.
Yeah, there is.
Oh, they're everywhere. Yeah, there's like two. within walking distance from like round the corner from work. It's terrible. But I don't like going there. But I do inevitably go there. I just can't help it. They've got a hold on me.
Whenever I go anywhere and I see a Joe and the Juice, I'm just like, right, I'm taking a picture.
Yeah.
Send the Tristan.
Oh, where's that?
Oh, where is it? Am I near it?
Yeah, I'm in the window waiting.
Yeah, I just remember you constantly just wherever we'd go, you just rock up somewhere and go like, all right, guys, holding a Joe and the Juice bag.
Because it felt healthy as well. You know, when you're like that kind of weekend, I just need something.
Juice always feels like it cleanses you.
Yeah, and it was,
because our blood was probably like Venom's. We all drank so much Jaeger. Our blood was probably
gin
black.
tasting.
Yeah, I was fine.
That was excellent, but I
right,
can't do.
Some of those gins though were.
I felt bad, almost.
And it was all neat as well.
Yeah.
It's like no, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I've got these mixers."
Why didn't we have these from the start?
Yeah, but they were like, it was like one tiny little thing, and as soon as one person's had it, it's all gone.
I felt bad for her because it was like 13, 14 lads who were clearly like sweating booze.
Yeah,
and then they didn't care. We didn't care about the we just wanted to drink the alcohol.
I'll tell you what's good, the cocktail at the end.
I don't think I had it. I was still struggling.
No, that was good.
Yeah,
that was really good. Because I can't really do gin. I don't like the taste of it,
especially neat. No one drinks it neat.
No, sure. Yeah, that bucket that everyone spat into, and it was full.
It was absolutely full to the brim.
I drank all of mine. Yeah.
Nah, some of them were funky.
Sage.
Oh, what? It's not meant to be burnt to cleanse the room. Yeah. I drink it.
I think I was like smothering myself in it by the end. But the orange one was really nice. She was like, "This is our best seller. Like, just fucking pour that in our throats."
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Right, hit him with the big one.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
We all love pop punk.
Yeah. Yes.
This is factual. Do you still listen to pop punk, or is there anything else that has replaced it?
No, I've still got the same music taste I had when I was 17, 18. I like obviously listen. I'm more open to stuff now.
Yeah,
but you can't beat the classics. I just still absolutely love Sum 41. Not like the newest. That's the thing as well. The newer stuff. The only sort of new pop punk stuff I've liked is Blink's. Well, I haven't heard their recent one, but the one.
That's good.
Yeah. The sort of
the new
stuff
one.
Yeah.
Oh, like version 2 of the latest album.
One More Time.
Yeah.
Part 2. Again,
part 3, part 4.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I completely forgot that was out. I haven't listened to that, but I love it. It's I do listen to stuff, but nothing ever going to replace pop punk. Mel's like, I'll be listening to something. She'll just be like, jigga, 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 taking a piss in the background. I'm like, listen, you're listening to like Beyonce or whatever. She's actually got a pretty good music taste as well. She loves like Whitesnake and all that stuff. She's got quite a good playlist. It's quite annoying. But pop punk for me all the way. I mean,
all the way.
I don't listen to as much like skate punk as I used to. I used to be really into an obscure
Screeching
band. Screeching Weasel, Assorted Jelly Beans.
Scuttle.
Yeah, who was that Brighton band? Matt would remember.
Pulley?
No, I had a hoodie. Beer
Lightyear?
Zone.
Beer Zone.
Yeah.
Oh, we played with them at the junction.
Yeah.
Oh, they were a bunch of skinheads and they were just like,
they were scary.
Intense.
Yeah.
You mentioned Rag Freak the other week.
Yeah.
So that's not there anymore, is it? I don't think. But I bought my first ever hoodie from Rag Freak. I think I was in year 8.
What was it?
It was Marilyn Manson, Hollywood.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was like, I thought I was the boy. I was like, and I was with.
She's just got tights on. Yeah. Marilyn Manson hoodie and some sexy gloves.
I drew that. I never got a piercing actually. Thinking about it.
That you can see.
Yeah. Exactly. But that was my first ever hoodie. I think I wore it to school. I got in trouble. Yeah. Obvious reasons. Yes. Yeah. Do you remember that? We weren't allowed to wear hoodies or jackets inside.
Yeah.
I used to wear a big blind skateboard hoodie.
Oh, blind.
Big grey.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Spitfire.
Burn mark in the middle. It was like a grim reaper.
Little skeleton.
And Matt had that big green effects on with a big face on the side.
The eye and the smile.
Yeah.
Because there was also all the skate clothing. There was it Hook Up, which was like the it was the anime,
basically sort of bit
cartoon porn, basically.
Yeah. And it was pretty graphic, wasn't it?
And you think nothing of it. You're like, it's a cool brand. And then you're like, oh, okay, that was basically.
yeah, that's a little
cartoon porn that everyone's walking around wearing.
Yeah, and it posters on your yeah. I actually found a photo of my bedroom from like I don't know, I think like 2004. It looked like that. Cool. It had like it was a classic. It had that Blink poster.
Yeah.
It had like what was it at the time? I think I had a GameCube and an Xbox. And a big TV in the corner.
You sat next to the GameCube.
Oh, do you know what? I loved the GameCube.
Yeah.
Some of the games on it were next
It's a great
level.
console.
Oh,
It's a great console.
it was quality.
Got the Dreamcast over here.
I never had a Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Didn't it only have like a tennis game on it or something? It was like just
With Tommy Hass.
Didn't they bring back Echo the Dolphin just for the Dreamcast
Yeah.
or something like that?
yeah.
What a game.
Yeah, really long answer to every question.
No, that's
I thought
fine.
you
That's
might
good.
might have to play this back at like double speed.
No, that's good.
We like a long one.
I listen to it. I listen to a lot of podcasts, and
Right, okay.
sometimes like the longer, the better.
Oh.
Not a lot of girth, but length.
Just
yeah.
length. It's all about length. Yeah.
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 Is
I
it?
like. Well, you
Hang
always
on,
say
our
small is
motto
cool.
is small is cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
not talking about having.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine then.
No, I listen to I love a Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
When it's a very interesting.
Shout out to
guest.
Joe. He's a listener,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly.
Yeah, you get a lot of
He's
avid
yeah,
listeners, yeah.
Avid listener.
Totally.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I've heard he was inspired by us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
they're all
fully.
like 3 hours long. So I just
Yeah.
I put it on the way to work. I
Yeah.
put it on at work if someone's chewing loudly, and then on my way home in the gym. There's one I listen to.
No,
called,
wait. Don't look at me like it's me.
No, it's
Well,
not.
well, you sit. This is pretty much where you sit for work, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
we
right
don't,
next to
we
each
don't have
other.
to. We just chew. We share a desk at work.
Yeah.
You guys want your own office?
You can have your own desk if you want, guys. Nah, you're all right.
I listened to a podcast called, I've mentioned it later, called The Bomb Squad, and this is 2 Irish guys.
Yeah.
They're so funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. But
Yeah, it's finding the time because, I like to. I listen. I've kind of got into a routine of I will read on the train because I've got like half an hour journey. So I'm rereading Lord of the Rings at the moment.
Nice.
Oh, I fucking love it. I'm such a nerd for stuff like that.
It's difficult. It's a difficult read.
It's a tough read
It's a
because you're
real
like
tough
people
read.
just when it's like it needs to be updated. I know.
Yeah. I know what a forest looks like.
You ever read Braille porn? That is a
I
tough
thought you
read.
weren't going to talk about.
That's a tough read.
It's not just a tough read.
It's an interesting point, though. Right?
Sorry. Carry on. Carry on.
So,
Um,
Lord of the Rings
what
on the
was
train.
Taking it right back. But yeah, so then I listen to stuff from. I've got like a 15-minute walk to work, and then I listen to stuff then and at the gym. But that's kind of my only window. So I'll maybe have I don't know 45 minutes at the gym or something like that. So it's trying to
Squeeze it all in.
yeah. And what was the one that Jocko?
Jocko Willink.
Yeah. I listened to a couple of his. I think he was on Secret
Diary of a CEO.
Diary of a CEO.
Yeah.
Secret Diary of a CEO.
Secret Squirrel. Good one.
He was on that, and I was like, "Whoa, this dude's cool." And I listened to a couple, and he's got some the Vietnam stories, and then you go off to other people he's talked to, and you're like, "Whoa."
David Goggins. They're always good ones.
Yeah, I listened to a bit of that, and then when you're at the gym, you're like, oh, "Okay, now I'll go a bit heavier."
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah. Put the music on.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we've got some topics.
Oh.
So this next one is a bit for the both of you, really, right? So you're both dog owners.
Ooh.
Oh, I wondered where that was going. Then.
On my no, this is like on my way to work.
How
every
dare you
day.
talk about Beth like that? How dare you? I hope she listens to this episode.
Oh God!
Rufus was all over. I didn't wash my shorts
From the inside. So you're both dog owners, right? So I on my way to work or whenever I go for a walk, everyone around where I live has got dogs. They like walking through the woods, and it's a nice walk, and it's a nice easy flat terrain. There's a park on the way to work and stuff like that. So I will put everyone who's got a dog. They was like morning. You're like, would you get a dog? And they go, right. When you walk past someone, you have to say morning. Otherwise, you can't have this dog and this lead.
Yeah, there's a law.
Cool.
Dog etiquette.
So yeah, you go morning. How are you? Oh yeah. And then the other one is, we can probably smell my dog. Is something that I have to say.
There's a script.
I've said that multiple times.
But one thing I've started noticing is this has happened to you, is I see someone walking towards me, they've got a dog, and I'll get within like 30, 40 yards of them, and at that point the dog busts out a huge shit. And then I've already clocked them in the front, they've already clocked me, and then now they've got to pick up shit with me getting closer, and I'm like, oh God, is it demeaning that they're there picking up a shit and I'm walking past? Did they feel awkward about it?
So you join in.
Where's this going?
I won't make this awkward. Come on.
Did you shit in a drain?
But on a few occasions recently, the person's made eye contact with me as they're picking up the shit.
Oh,
And I've been-
That's weird. That's fucking weird.
I've been saving this question for like ages and ages to bring up. I was like, when you do it, just like, oh God, I just get this over and done with as quick as possible. I don't want to look at this person walking past.
Yeah.
But this like a couple of times, someone's just been like picking up shit. Turn, make eye contact with me. I'm like, this is
weird.
this is
No,
odd.
that is
I'm
weird.
looking at the poo I'm picking up for fear of getting it on, or just like missing it and getting it up my sleeve or whatever.
Okay.
But
Just do it. I want everything on the dog walk for me has got to be as efficient as possible because I walk Willow in the mornings, so I'm up. Alarm goes off at 6:25, something random like that. I'm up taking Willow out, but you do see the same people on the walks, so you do fall into a bit of a routine, and it's quite funny because sometimes there's a dog that the dogs don't get on, so gradually the routes change, which is quite interesting. But we do that. We say like morning, or what a day.
Nice bag of shit you got.
We compare them. We sort of fling them at each other.
let me get my scales out. Ooh, he's had a big lunch.
Oh, it's a biggie today.
You get people who like walk and they're kind of like hiding the bag down the, and then you get other people who are like, woo, flinging it around.
I
their
find
head
the
like they're
nearest
really proud
bin.
of it.
I'll find the nearest bin and I'll.
I
chuck
put
it
it in. Yeah, those. I mean, if there's a doggy bin, I will put it in that. But they're gross. But I will whack it in the bin. And Mel was like, "You can't put it in the bin." I was like, "Yeah, I can."
Yeah.
Are you? That's not a like. You're not
It's
gonna
not
get
forbidden.
fined by the council, right?
I guess we'll find out when this podcast goes out.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically.
All these questions are hypothetical. by the way.
Everything is hypothetical. Yeah, no, I don't. I try not to make eye contact with anyone.
Good.
When I'm picking up my dog shit, especially some random dude in the field.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's
Willow,
weird. That's weird.
Willow
It
does,
is
I don't know
weird.
if Rufus is the same, but she'll look at me when she's doing it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he'll just stare at me.
I feel like it's we looked it up. I think it's like because you're protecting them while they're having
while
a
they're
poo.
taking
so
a
they're,
dump.
they're like looking at you like
So
you.
no one pounces on them.
no, Tom
Have
doesn't
that,
want-
you bastard.
I'll say that, yoink.
like even if he goes out in the garden, when he goes and does it in the garden,
Yeah.
he'll just stare at me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Anything happens, and it's like no,
just stare at him back.
Yeah. What do we do?
Hang on.
Blink first.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Just together,
Me just shitting in a drain.
taking a dump.
No, there's a lot of chat, and it's also a bit awkward sometimes because on our walk, so we've got some fields behind the house. I take Willow out there in the mornings, about half an hour, quick walk. Loads of squirrels at the moment, so she's on the long lead.
Loves the squirrels.
Loads of squirrels.
Monster burp.
So sweet. But there's
you.
there's a lady this little Scottish lady who walks these dogs. They're called Leonbergers.
What?
And basically, the first time I met them it was like, I don't know, it was a sort of frosty kind of misty morning. So I was walking with
setting
her.
the scene.
Yeah, and we're walking in the field because when it's dark, I'll kind of take her round the houses and then last one in the field so she can have a bit of a run where it's a bit lighter. But she's got a sort of reflective collar that flashes and stuff. And I was walking her, and like she sort of turned and looked, and these dogs, which are like bears, they're like that big,
right.
Big and furry, like really, gentle, nice natured, but massive. Just came walking out of the mist towards us. And this little Scottish lady kind of came up and she's like, "Hello," and they're like, "Your dog just ate my dog."
Can I have it back?
Yeah, but they were really friendly. But so Willow's she's quite high energy and she likes to run around and play with dogs. And they just sort of like, they can run and they'll just kind of put their paw on her and sort of pin her down and just sort of sniff her and lick her. She doesn't like that, so she sort of whimpers and scrambles away and like runs to me, but then she'll go back for more.
You're right, yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's fine, but I see her and we sort of wave, but we both sort of know that I don't want Willow winding up your dogs.
Yeah.
You don't want that. So yeah, it's that's the dog walking politics.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love the politics.
Again, gigantic answer to a really
No,
short
love
question.
it. I love it.
What TV shows scared you as a kid?
Oh man,
Guess it's for everyone.
Yeah, for everyone.
did you ever watch Goosebumps?
Yeah.
No. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Was
Are
the
You
next
Afraid of
level,
the
wasn't
Dark?
it?
That was scary.
But Goosebumps is always the first.
They're
one that
like
comes
similar,
to
aren't
mind.
they? I think.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, they're scary.
Yeah, I used to be terrified of anything to do with vampires, because I watched
Mona the Vampire?
Twilight.
Because it was so shit.
yeah, just so boring.
God, these vampires.
I watched,
Suck my blood.
I think I watched Blade when I was really
Ah,
young,
what a film.
and I
that
love
film,
it, but scared the living shit.
Yeah.
I think I watched it at our friend Matt's house, and he used to live on a farm,
Middle of nowhere.
and he would do everything he could to shit you up. He would like fall asleep, and he'd be like, oh yeah, there's like a fucking lion running around our garden, but see you later.
It's just that Scottish woman's dogs.
But I think we watched it at his, and I think we slept in a tent in the garden or something like that, and I was just like,
What the fuck?
yeah.
We were just inside. Why
yeah. Why did we come out here? But I didn't want to go back in because then I have to go outside
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. So that. Yeah.
I probably, it's not a kids show, but my oldest brother used to love X-Files.
Oh, that. Yeah. Same. That creeped me out. I
That
watched a
was
couple episodes.
Some freaky shit as well.
It was the
Yeah.
intro. The intro just
Yeah.
used to do, like, I'd be
Yeah.
like, no, and I'd literally hide behind the sofa.
But it's one of those ones people rewatch now and absolutely love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Like, it is meant to be really good. But same. That's
I remember watching when I was young, watching a Stephen King film.
Oh yeah.
It was the one about rats and like the plague.
Ratatouille.
That great film.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, that is.
It fucking scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And I was scared of rats for a little while.
Why'd you watch that?
I don't know, fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
Idiot. We were watching like Jurassic Park. I saw that in the cinema.
That's a great film though.
I know, loved it, but imagine that coming out now and being like, I was 7. Oh no, I was like 6. When did it come out? 93.
Yeah. What's the first? Do you remember the first film you ever watched at the cinema?
Oh, that is a good question.
Mine was Stargate.
Oh,
great film.
Stargate.
Yeah.
What, a TV show?
No, it was a film. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Great film. Fucking so good.
First film in a cinema. Oh, do you know what? So Jurassic Park would have been up there because I would have been 7. I don't know before
remember?
that. I can't think.
As Ed told,
Here we go.
Is
has
this a
Ed
lead-in?
told you to ask this question?
Right.
No.
Oh, is it like Barbie's?
Dreamhouse.
So my dad took us to see the Addams Family movie,
Oh, okay.
and I was petrified.
Uncle
So-
Fester.
I think we might have gone in. I think they had to like drag me in or persuade me to go in,
Oh man.
and then we left quite swiftly afterwards.
were you guys there when? Remember when Hostel came out?
Yeah.
I remember I went to see it with a whole bunch of people. I think Newey was there. And I knew
Yeah.
it. Were you there as well?
I think I remember going to watch it, yeah.
I didn't know. It was
It's
like the
messed
start
up,
of the gore. It was that movie fucked me right up. I hate gore like that. I don't mind a horror movie if it's good. Like trying to think of a good horror movie that I enjoyed. But like the Paranormal Activities, right? They were terrifying. I think I watched one because when me and Mel first started dating, she went into a horror movie.
She loves a horror film, right?
She loves not so much anymore. She's softened up a little bit, but
Yes.
but so she had seen the first one, and the third one was coming out, I think, in the cinema.
Yeah.
So I hadn't seen any of this. So we watched the first one together. Fucking petrifying. And then the third one was coming out. So, as you do, let's go to the cinema. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll watch that. So I watched it at my flat in Shepherd's Bush. I think I had a day off, like 3:00 in the afternoon.
Watch it in the day.
I finished it and I was like, I can't be in here on my own. I had to go a walk to like Westfield and wait for my cousin to finish work and walk back with him. I didn't sleep. And then we watched the third one and I spent when you look at the corner of the screen, when something's about to happen, you're like, I'm looking at the corner of the screen. I glance back. I did that a lot.
Yeah, I remember you told me that you went and you were just like focused on one part that was like as far away from the main part of the action as possible.
Yeah, like really, they're good, but absolutely terrible. But yeah, I don't like gory stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think it's a bit of a cop out sometimes. Yeah, I'm not into scary movies.
I
Thriller.
like a good thriller.
Yeah.
I watched White Noise at Matt Newitt's house once. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's got Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
in it.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
And then I went.
Ginger Snaps.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I never saw that.
Did
Which
you
is
not?
the
Were
one?
you not there?
Reanimation. I never saw that either.
Oh, reanimate that back
The bit of it, and I never saw
with
that.
the penis.
Yeah, didn't see it. I wasn't there for that.
Messed up.
Ginger Snaps is one of the that it's messed up. I think we persuaded them to turn it off eventually, didn't we?
Yeah.
But I watched this one called White Noise, and it's all about like paranormal communicating via like static on a TV and radio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I went.
I like White Noise.
I walked home from his. Yeah. And I hate scary movies.
Yeah.
Like totally not. The franchise scary movie, that's great. But got home and I was like, right, and I had a super old TV at the time. They went home and turned the TV on, just static. I was like, oh my god,
was it?
But I listened to White Noise.
Yeah, but listening to it, no, it's the same because it was like the radio.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't think the film did well, but I was like, nah.
The kids have it on at
They're
bedtime.
Yeah.
You can't turn it off now. They'll come get
Oh
you.
shit!
Sorry about that.
I'm gonna be in bed going.
Listen to some waves or something.
You're gonna be in bed going.
Someone record
Tristan's on me. Record something quickly.
A Wilhelm dream.
Mm.
Thanks. Yeah, cheers.
Nice, love it.
That was
you.
me. No, it's you. It's you.
It's you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is actually like a job interview, isn't it?
Well, I think
Probably wouldn't have got the job by now. You'd be like,
Nah,
just
you
leave.
you got the job when you started talking about when you backed into a room full of children talking about wanking.
We can edit. Can you just bleep that whole section out? It's too
Nope.
I didn't actually. You know, all clothes were kept on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
You have an issue with people spelling your name like correctly and incorrectly.
Just saying my name.
You get what? Tristram?
Oh, I've been called Tristram.
Oh, Strum. Oh, wow.
Nordic. It's Nordic.
Christian, Chris Cram. I was a Justin once. Christian, yeah.
I was just in once. She told me to get out.
Never again.
Just the one time. Just the one time I was in.
Yes, yeah. No, it's actually a thing. And sometimes I get it because I'm probably the same. If you know someone who has a name, so take like Emily, I guess, a name like that. Like for me, because I've got a cousin Emily, I would spell it EMILY. Yeah. However, I know there's a million not a million, but there's a few different ways you can spell it, right? Yeah. So I guess maybe an aspect of that where if you know because Tristram is actually a name, and Tristan
is it
in Stardust, right?
The Stram.
No, he's actually
Tristan.
He is actually Tristan.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So if I can say, there you go. See.
No, but I know what you. Cause, obviously, my wife spells her name EMILIE.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah. So I get it if you know, but it's more when it's you introduce yourself or you see and then you say your name and they say it back to you and it's
Justin.
Christian. Yeah.
No, I said Tristan.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things, and especially on email because if they're replying to an email because my name is there 4 times or something like that, and then it comes back and it's like, oh, there's some pretty funny iterations. I mean, Tristan, like
Doin.
Stein.
Yeah, and actually,
so tonight will be the night.
I had some clients who, it was a thing that I think their boss, just Tristram. I was Tristram, just regardless. And I finished a couple of series with them, and they got me. They were big Love Island fans. So they got me segue. So they got me one of the Love Island flasks with Tristram in pink writing on the side. So I take that into work. And actually they got me a toilet bag, like a toiletry bag, like the see-through bag for the last series with Tristram on it as well. And I actually use that when I go to the gym now, just because it's a good size and it's good and it's got a zip on it. I just don't think that I'll whack it down. It's a see-through thing with pink writing on it. But yeah, no, it's actually a thing. To
the point, whereas when we put the place cards out for our wedding,
yes,
Ems was like, let's do a Tristram one, and then we'll do another one. We'll put it inside with his real name on it. So that was her.
Got both got wrong. Tristram. No, that's not Tristram. No, Justin.
Yeah. It's a thing. It's fine. Anyway, yeah.
Do you get that? You must get that with Lecky, right?
Yeah.
It's just that people don't. The thing is, everyone calls me Lecky. So even at work, I'll be in a meeting and there'll be because we use Teams and you have to sign up to it like with your company name, which is Thomas. And no one calls me Thomas, literally.
Tom, yeah.
Everyone just calls me Lecky or Tommy or Tom or whatever. So I just join a meeting and we work with all the Polish guys we work with and they're absolute sound. We've got a chat with one of the guys and it's just called Metalheads and we just find the most obscure metal bands and we'll send a YouTube video, and then he'll come back with like some Mongolian throat singing metal band. But all the
Niche.
Polish guys, they'll just be like, "All right, Lecky." I'm like,
Yeah.
of course, because it's right. Ukraine and Poland's right there, but no one can spell it.
I always
can.
remember the old adage, LEH
KY jelly. That's it.
Classic.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you, I've always wondered, are you a Tom or a Tommy, or does it not matter?
I don't even know.
Do you not?
Justin.
Yeah. Justin.
Justin.
Yeah. Not
Not a bad
No,
name,
what-
Justin, actually.
No one calls me Thomas. I know
Yeah.
that. It's Tom, Tommy, or Lecky. Most people call me Lecky.
Yeah. There you go.
There you have it.
I think I call you Thomas, but I do it in like this,
Saucy
like the
way.
mum from Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Thomas.
So does Shirin does as well.
Yeah. Thomas.
And Sai, it's a Nazari thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas. Talk about your studded belt and your guitar.
Oh, man. Do you know what? Love it. Studded belt on my guitar. That is one of the proudest things ever. So I've been talking about it for, I don't know, years now. I've got my Fender, the Strat and the Les Paul, which have been all over the place. I mean, I don't know, are we even going to be able to get onto the band stuff,
Yeah.
the music stuff? I mean,
think
surely,
so.
right?
Yeah. We can talk about it.
I haven't got anywhere to be.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm in here.
I might need a Wii at some point.
No.
This monster's absolutely smashing through me.
You've got to hold it.
I don't know when it's going to come out. That's the
This
point.
monster is absolutely smashing through me.
Should have had an innuendo chat beforehand. So I've got so it's actually mainly on the Gibson, because it's like all kind of gloss black paint, but on the back where I used to have it so low, it would just rub against my studded belt.
Scratched the buggery.
And it scratched to hell. And I want to get it repaired, because those guitars are absolutely battered. I mean,
It's such a nice guitar, though.
oh, I love them. Yeah, but I think I plugged it. I think over COVID, you know, when everyone was doing like stuff, I plugged it in and almost blew the house up, because there's some wiring loose and it's just whined at me. So I don't have the skill. There's stuff sticking out of everywhere. So, and they've been, launched around, kicked, dropped.
Yeah.
I think there's a tuning peg missing on the Les Paul, like the bridge is broken on the Strat. But I need to get them repaired. But I want to be like, do not cover up the bald patch at the back of the guitar. People pay to have stuff like that put on their guitars. Like I love I love all the scratches and the nooks and the kind of like dents in all them. I
Shows it's been used.
Proper smashed around. I used to love it when you probably had it as well. If you get a blood blister on there from like playing from the plectrum, and then it would like burst on the I was just like, leave that on.
That is absolutely rancid. What is wrong with you?
And then Shredder's like, "Can I use your guitar?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go for it."
Shredder, who used to not clip the end of his wires.
Oh my
So
god!
he'd
danglers everywhere.
He'd restring his guitar, and if you stood too close to it, they'd just be like antennae just jangling around.
That was the biggest problem. I feel like what I certainly had, was just the tuning. Just I always used to freak out before a show, and I'd be backstage like restringing our guitar, which is probably the worst thing you could do.
Yeah. That's not ideal, because the strings are like loose, so they just come out of tune instantly.
Yeah, and then you spend the entire time between songs tuning up.
Yeah.
But it looks like you're looking at your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just doing something.
I remember one band practice, I didn't have like the locking bits for the strap.
Oh yeah.
And we were there like 5 minutes, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm giving it all the beans." And I did the old, and it flew off straight into the drums.
The drums were screams, weren't they? Though?
Yeah. And it just, and I was like, "Fuck."
Oh man,
I was like,
I never did that.
From that day on, I was like, right, I need locking bits for the strap.
I was never brave enough to try that. I just didn't know the technique.
I never did it again after that.
No.
I knew it gone, because I went like that, and then my body just became light, and I was like, oh no, the guitar's not on me anymore, and it's singing.
Which guitar was it? It wasn't your.
It's my Tom DeLonge.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
to be fair, it didn't make too much damage. It wasn't too much damage. It was just like a little.
There's not
little
much
dent
to that guitar, is there? It's
No.
just got one knob.
One knob.
hitting the drum kit's probably the best thing it could have hit, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if it was taken out the singer or
Oh yeah. Someone smashes someone in the face.
Depends who the singer was.
by teeth.
yeah. Oh yeah. That must have happened.
Right, what we got? Oh yeah, so I'm not sure if you want to talk about this or not, but I've got a little note on here to say you used to have house parties quite a lot.
Yeah.
They were in between gatherings and house parties, and there was
Yeah.
one occasion where, because you used to have a white Westie, and there was one occasion where the Westie was running around and it turned red.
Yeah. That I think that actually got a mention at that Dan Grimes, obviously, got a mention at his wedding. So it was New Year's Eve. I can't remember what year, but it's a billion years ago. I think you were there as well. We were playing like Guitar Hero. I think I made a video of that somewhere, didn't we? I think you dipped your. Yeah, I think you teabagged Dan. Dan was being sick.
Dan was like passed out. I remember he was
absolutely
passed out. And I remember
serenading him at one point.
Teabag him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, poor Dan. We it was sort of, it wasn't a that was a gathering. That wasn't a proper house party. That was what, like, I don't know, 8, 10 of us, something like that. I can't remember. And then New Year's Eve,
because you remember your cousins were over from
were they?
from America. I remember Sam, Emily and Hannah were over.
Yeah, and we cheered, and it was like red aftershock, wasn't it? Yeah. So was that what did it that night? And then we cheered, and Dan's like exploded. And it was like on the ceiling, on the Westie, on Meg. She was covered in the Westie. Meg was the Westie. She was pink, and it didn't come off. So we just left it. I think we got it off the ceiling somehow. That was the priority.
Off the ceiling, but not the dog.
Yeah, she'll shed. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think then Dan like started to strip.
He did.
He did strip.
He stripped. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was stripped, and I remember him lying on your sofa, just topless.
Yeah, we bundled.
We bundled.
There's a photo that looks like a Levi's advert, and it's just like jeans and like feet sticking out, and I think Dan's hand underneath just like like reaching.
In that photo, I'd be intrigued to see where Amir's hand is or hands are.
Yeah.
Probably on Dan.
In Dan, yeah.
In Dan, yeah, like a little puppet.
Like a meat twister.
Yeah.
I've got there's a topic here. It just says hot tub.
Oh man, I love a hot tub. Going back to like the parties and stuff, because my parents were pretty chilled about.
Mate, they let us record an album in your house.
Oh, that was yeah. My dad loved that. I think partly maybe their logic was, at least I know where he is. He's here.
Yeah.
You know, even though half the people at the party are like pretty much dead on the stairs. They didn't actually die.
No.
We're just throwing out. No one died.
No teenagers were harmed in the making of these parties.
Yeah. Physically at least. They were they were pretty. Sometimes they were there. They were just upstairs.
I remember your dad leaned out of the top window on numerous occasions. Yeah, because when you're in the hot tub and it's loud, you've got to shout at each other.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we were in the hot tub once, and your dad basically came up to the hot tub to chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like that happens. Yeah. I mean,
shout out guy.
Yeah.
He's a listener. He listens all the time.
He listens. Yeah.
No,
he often writes in.
He wanted to come on actually. So we had quite a lot of parties, and sometimes they would be like just us. Like I remember a New Year's Eve. It was quality. I think we were just all sat outside. I've got pictures of it. We were all sat outside, and there was only like 10 of us.
Is that one where Ardley came? Because on crutches.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
And Aidan Lynch.
Yeah. And then I think Max turned up, and we all sort of bundled him, and he basically like beat us up because he had like a big crate of beer, and we were like, I'm getting a beer. And he was like, fuck off. But yeah, no, the hot tub. Oh man, I love that thing. You know, for me, it better weather like this today when it's cold or when it's like lightly raining. So our neighbours have got a hot tub, and I'm sort of like, I need to get on better terms with them so I can just get in their hot tub.
Yeah.
You know,
when they're not looking,
jump over the fence.
Just do it late at night.
Yeah,
just jump over.
Yeah, just sneak in but like when it was snowing, I remember that you had like the rush from the kind of utility room over the icy, slippery decking. You'd end up like I would sit in the hot tub,
like total wipeout.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then you'd be in hot, and it was just great. Oh, so good. And then you just chill, and then you have to get out and do the scuttle. That was the worst bit. Getting out
in the cold,
drying, and just it was horrible. But I loved the hot tub. Yeah, Yeah, that was good.
You need to do the ice bath next.
Yeah. Can we
We can dip in after this.
heat the kettle?
Heat the kettle.
Heat the kettle up and
I'm burning!
pour that in. Just mix it up.
Just afterwards. Just pour the kettle. There we go.
How do we feel about a lukewarm bath? Just a bath upstairs.
So I've got on here as well. So I asked you to be a witness
Yes.
at my wedding.
Yep.
Unbeknown to me that I thought you would just sit in the seats where everybody else was next to your wife, take part in the wedding as a viewer, then come up and do the signature and everything like that, and then you were sat there, and then the registrar was like, "And where's your witness?" Like, "Oh, he's just sat over there. We'll get him at the end of the ceremony." She's like, "Oh no, he needs to sit under the pergola behind the action." So I'm going to apologise to Mel. So it's recorded on the internet for making us sit on her own.
My newly pregnant wife didn't know anyone. Knew like you two. And
she knew everyone.
That was great. I think because it was quite hot then, wasn't it? And I
roasting. Yeah.
I just got getting sat up underneath a nice bit of shade, really comfy seat. There were furs on the seat. It was great. Just kind of sat there, just. What do I have to? I didn't write a speech or anything. It's like, what do I just stand up and start talking? What do I do?
I felt awful. I was like, no, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that's what's going to happen. And she's looking at me as if to say, it's okay, but also, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah, this is so awkward. Also, I've got the worst handwriting in the world, so my signature was a spider died on your page.
It's the same as mine. Mine looks like Michael J. Fox did it. So we both got terrible writing. I wouldn't worry about it.
We got the same signature. Yeah. But what I remembered about that is so. I have a pair of socks, my wedding socks were Captain America socks. So I got all my groomsmen and people sort of different Avengers socks for the photo thing. And I now wear those socks to every wedding and event I go to. So when I'm at a work event, I've got a tuxedo and these Captain America socks that just are just blue and red and white and stuff. So I was just so aware that at your wedding, sitting pretty much behind you, sat down, and my trousers lift up, and it's just these just child socks. And I was like, I'm going to ruin every single photo of these two on their wedding day. And I was like, can I take them off at some point?
I was wearing multicoloured odd socks, so it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I was, I wanted you to ask me. I just didn't realise it would be such a,
I felt
I was part
so
of the
bad,
day. It was great. I was like, I'm the witness. So
I don't know if you saw me.
Yeah.
But
I'll probably be in some of the photos.
I don't know if you saw me and my wife, who was sat over there on her own.
Just a random girl crying on their own in the audience. That was great. That was a good wedding. That was good fun.
You go for this one because
so we all meet up quite a bit, and luckily all of our other halves get on quite well. And I think one of the last times we all met up, Emily and Mel were talking about taking pictures of us while we sleep.
Yeah.
So Em started showing Mel all these pictures of me while I'm asleep, and there's me just drooling.
Well, in bed.
In bed, in on a train, on a plane, anywhere I fall asleep, Em just takes a picture of me.
That's creepy as fuck.
But Mel was like, "No, I do the same. Here's look at all these pictures of Tristan asleep. Every single one of them topless. Every single one of them ripped
tensing. He's not asleep. He's on this.
I was just
I'm so tired.
I was like, Mel, that's not the same.
Covered in baby oil.
Look at him. He's laying there like he's posing for a Calvin Klein advert, and he's got ripped abs. I'm dribbling in that photo. It's not the same whatsoever.
Not even dribble.
No, Mel has got an album on her phone of me sleeping just because I love a nap. Absolutely love a nap. That is one of my favourite activities.
And topless naps, apparently.
Yeah. I mean,
she sneaks
just
in the room,
case.
wakes you up, and you're like, wait. T-shirt comes off.
Yeah.
Topless pics. Send them over.
It doesn't work. If we had an album of our wives asleep on our phone, it's
I'd go to prison.
The same, is it?
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
Oi, lads, look at this.
That's not your wife.
She's topless.
I didn't say my wife sleeping. Just said wife sleeping.
All right, this is the last question.
Oh, damn.
Would you rather be a pirate, a cowboy, or a samurai?
Oh, man. They're all so cool. So,
fuck. Do you know what I'd be?
Go on.
what you got in your mouth?
What happened?
Not a monster, I'll tell you that.
I'd be a samurai.
So like, so the thing is, right? Pirates are fucking cool.
Yeah, pirates cool.
But you've got to be at sea for like days or years, weeks,
Surrounded by men.
surrounded by men.
Getting booty. That's what they do, isn't it? They get booty.
Cowboy is a lot of horse ride. I'm not really a horse rider. I
Yeah.
love like having the guns and that and the hat and
Tristan
stuff.
doesn't have any guns, by the way. Just
No,
for throwing out there.
He's
He's got a big pistol, but that's about it. Big
samurai
pistol.
would be cool. There's probably a lot of rules that comes with being a
Yeah.
samurai, right?
It's like
It's
if you.
like being a
Lots of
Jedi.
discipline,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
cool as fuck. And they had the
Yeah.
cool armor and
Yeah.
shit like that, just like that.
Exactly.
Look at that.
That's
Fucking,
pretty
that's
cool.
cool as fuck. That's
What's
Ghost
that
of
game?
That's Ghost of Tsushima.
Tenchu?
Tenchu, yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool game. I don't know. So I'm one of the few single player games that I can play, or have been playing, is Assassin's Creed Black Flag,
Okay, yeah.
and you're a pirate in that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. So I think I might choose a pirate.
You like a big cannon.
I like a bit of rum.
big
Mexican
cannon.
pirate.
Big
You
cannon.
love
You do
rum.
love rum.
I love the rum. You get just to do what you want. Really.
Have you tried Old J rum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a I think I had it in Cornwall. Is
Yeah.
it from Cornwall?
I don't know where it's from,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
delicious.
Yeah.
The cherry one.
So what?
Really
I
nice.
think I had a vanilla one. I loved
Yeah.
it. Do you remember Sailor Jerry?
Oh,
Yep.
They changed the fucking recipe.
So,
didn't
so
they?
when that first came, that's what got me into rum. When I first moved to London, I got that, and it was like a vanilla and lime
Yeah.
one.
That's
And
it.
oh man, that was just like drinking
Like-
ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like vanilla Coke.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It was so good. But yeah, they changed it,
Yeah.
and I still, I don't mind.
But you, lambs do an incredible vanilla rum.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's
interesting.
good. This one with a funky sticker on
Yeah,
it.
it's nice.
What
would you
I'd
pick?
be a cowboy.
Oh, look, we'd,
So
we'd all be
oh,
one.
there we go. Oh, live in harmony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We could like meet up for little
Two pistols.
missions. Oh, we could do like
we'd be our own computer game.
yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, a samurai and a cowboy and a pirate walk into a bar. Shag each other. Right. No, don't do that. It's
It's not a
disgusting.
joke. It's just a fact.
It's just a fact.
Wow. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we have it.
I want.
Is there one? There's one more thing.
Oh yeah. One more thing.
What are you looking at me as if say have I got something else?
Smelling salts.
There are smelling salts, but also Rabble listens to a Diary of a CEO, so he texted me some questions. He was like, maybe you could get your last guest to leave questions for your next guest.
Oh, have you got a question?
Oh, no,
to-
he sent me questions.
Oh, he sent you
Oh,
questions.
Yeah.
Oh what?
Is that okay?
To ask.
Have
me?
you got them?
I've got them. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
like me?
Yeah. Let's
Alright.
do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Please hold. Well, I'm just gonna. I completely.
Was he our
forgot.
last guest?
What?
Rabble was our last guest. Yeah.
Well, technically he wasn't.
Was it?
Technically he was
Shireen was last
Shireen,
week.
I'm so,
Sh-
yeah.
Shireen also said there'd be t-shirts.
Right. He
Is that-
sent
they're not
over. He sent over 3.
Oh.
You only have to answer 2 of them.
Okay.
Because I said
Why? What's the third one?
well, I'm going to ask it, but you don't have to answer it. Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be penis related then.
I said to him, I was like, I asked him to send over like decent questions, right?
Yeah.
So he sent me over.
Hang on. You've asked Rabul to send over
No,
decent
no,
questions.
he did. He sent me
Okay.
over 2 really nice questions,
Yeah.
and then he went, scratch that, ask this instead. So the first one is, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
Topless in pictures. Sleeping.
Probably asleep.
He hasn't,
Probably.
got, he hasn't got a choice over that. I was doing it.
Well, we're potentially looking at moving house next year. Our sort of mortgage is up, so we're starting the process of looking at places. And weirdly, it's one of those things where it's like we've always been like, oh yeah, at the end of the year we'll talk to people, see what we can do, so blah blah blah. But now it's sort of like, oh, that's coming up.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully move to a place. You know, our house is shrinking by the day with 7-month-old baby,
Yeah.
2-year-old dog, me just buying random stuff.
Vinyls.
On the internet. Yeah, buying. Should buy a record player at some point. Yeah, I haven't got the room for it. Yeah, so probably somewhere. Don't know. Maybe here
In a
Maybe
new
here.
house.
Probably,
Yeah,
you probably
hopefully.
will be coming down here.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
And the other good question is, if you go back to your younger self, say 10 years back, what advice would you give yourself?
10 years.
Don't drink Monster.
Stay away. Stay away. Cut Tommy and Amir off now. Do it now. No, I would say just carry on. I was saying to Mel, I had a bit of a just mind blowing moment the other day. Like it was at this screening, sort of sat there, big screening, people there, like press, a few, people were there, and like the movie finishes, people clapping, and then sort of name comes up on the screen. You're sort of, and it's like
Tristram Powell.
Tristram, yeah, and it's
Justin.
sort of like. Yeah, Christian.
Justin Powell.
Yeah. Actually, I have been called Justin Howell before. Yeah. Like it's when
That's
you get
like
the
completely
last
wrong.
name as well was like that's not even the same name.
Now he's Welsh.
Yeah. But it's all about the long term stuff. Like where do you see yourself in 2 years, 5 years? What's your plan?
Yeah.
As long as you've got a plan, it's fine. So it's like just crack on, keep your head down. You'll get there. Eventually.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
That's nice.
Last one that you don't have to answer, but I'm just going to put it out there for comedic value. How many cucumbers can you stick up your arse before a crowd of people watching you feel awkward about it?
I would say they're already pretty awkward.
Yeah.
In that scenario, they probably received the invite and were like, "Nah, that's too weird and awkward."
Would you do like a Facebook thing? I'm sticking cucumbers in my arse. Come and join.
meet and greet.
Yeah.
Get involved.
Or if you just do it at a birthday, then everyone's going to be there anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So, isn't it your birthday on Sunday?
Got plans though.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Non-cucumber related plans. Yeah, definitely not going to do that.
No.
Oh, well, thanks. The first two were good questions.
They were good. Yeah, well done, you, Rabul.
So
Appreciate it.
I've got a couple. Well, I love a random Amazon purchase.
Yeah.
So I've got a couple little bits for you guys.
Oh.
Some nudes.
So
Is it new calendars?
So there was one thing that annoyingly was meant to arrive yesterday. I got an email this morning saying it's going to arrive on Monday. So that is to arrive. But let me get my back.
We'll get your package.
A gift.
So it's nothing. It's random as hell. But there's one each.
Plaster of Paris. It's plaster of Paris.
And you can choose.
You do with that what you will.
You can each choose one.
Oh, he's
I hate wrapping, by the
Is
way.
that pink?
And I didn't have wrapping paper. This is tissue paper that I found in my parents' place.
Is it pink?
It's pink.
Oh, lovely.
I didn't know if it was me or just the light.
It's pink, and that one's purple. They're both basically the same thing. It's just one thing's bigger than the other.
That one is a really big dildo, and that one is a really small dildo.
It's a travel version of it.
That's a cucumber, that's a gherkin.
But
You
they're
can
both pretty much the same thing.
You can take
So
the
you
big
can,
one because you love a big one.
Are we opening them now?
Yeah, I mean they're not going to explode. They're not going to they're not smelling salts basically. But they're random as hell, and I thought, do you know what? I'm getting them.
Thank you very much.
There's one more thing for the shed, which will arrive next week. I was very close to keeping it for myself.
What is it? Is it Monster?
It is a Thor bottle opener.
Yeah, random as hell. I feel like it's you guys are getting gifts now, so I want to
Do
be
you know what?
involved in
That box of goodies last week.
Yeah,
Oh my god, look at that.
yeah.
It's a fist for your ass. Oh my god!
It's like a multi-use thing. I don't know if you actually get into that.
Oh, I'm in. Oh my god! Bend over. Look at that.
You can hammer it in with Thor's hammer.
Oh, I love that. Thank you.
Oh, cheers, man. Thank you so much.
It's just random stuff that I was like,
Come on. Literally, we're talking like that's going in.
Yeah.
I need something to hold on to.
So I actually
Get it
have
in
that that other one, the Fist of Fury, the Thor bottle opener.
Yeah.
No, Thanos. One.
Oh, I love that.
But it's a prime thing to get like nicked at a house party.
Yeah.
And
That's not going anywhere.
Keep it secret. Keep
Cheers,
it
man.
safe.
Thank you
But
very
yeah,
much.
one thing will be here. It's a little thing. I thought it's for the shed.
There's always a little
I love
thing
that.
in here.
It's a little.
I love that.
Little special thing.
Well, we have
We
a
got
gift for
smelling
you.
salts.
Yeah.
If you could just quickly pass them over.
This is how you make the noise that you wanted.
This is how you finish a night.
What is this?
If you ever need.
Is it gonna like? Am I gonna cry? Am I gonna?
Have you ever done smelling spills before?
No, I'm actually intrigued.
So
Because I feel like it's something you should know. You know how like.
Don't put it so close to your nose.
So what I was going to compare it to is, you know how like police have to, your eyes have gone.
Also, please don't drop it.
What is it? Is it like liquid?
it's just
It's salt.
it's just
Just
fucking
put it. Don't put it too close. Just
yeah. Oh, that was close. That was so close. That was so close.
Don't put it too close.
Oh my god.
I was not expecting. I want those gifts back. Oh.
Don't put it too close.
Oh God, I was not expecting a physical response.
Oh,
it's like
It's like being punched in the nose,
It's
isn't
like
it?
someone shoved a toothpick in my nostril. Just the left one. Oh my God.
you put it so close.
Oh man.
Do you know-
It's like dripping down.
Oh.
Just monster will help, right?
You're not sleeping tonight, man.
Oh my God, that's horrific.
That's horrific.
Oh.
Wow.
And people do that before they lift weights.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking, it's like, you know how police have to get tasered to know how it feels. Normal people have to do swimming sites on podcasts to know how they feel.
Yeah.
I assume you two are going to the gym after this.
Nope.
No
need
You'll
for-
have a late night gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
tonight.
though. No.
Not tonight.
I did a cycle when I got home. I'll go tomorrow night.
You should come and do a Barry's boot camp. with
Barry's
me.
boot camp.
It's fucking
Yeah,
horrific.
right.
It's like the worst thing ever.
You're really selling it.
Yeah, I'm put my name down for last week.
I'll bring the smelling
But-
salts.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, I feel like I'm. Yeah.
I think that's probably a good place to wrap it up, is it?
Oh.
I might have to go to A&E.
Yep. Get it out. Let's wrap her up.
Wrap it in.
Thank you for coming on.
Oh,
Cheers,
it's been
man.
a pleasure. Thanks for having
Hey,
me. It's been great.
That's been an hour and 50.
BAFTA and
Hour and
Emmy
50.
nominated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I just waffled at you. For
This
is our-
about my
No, do you know what?
my week.
It's been fantastic.
Been great.
Oh, it's
Been a lovely insight into
nice
into
hanging
your
out.
world.
Yeah. It's been
Yeah.
great seeing you boys. I
Yeah.
always love coming down.
Ooh,
Yeah.
baby.
Thanks for coming on
Cheers, man.
and sharing the love.
Thanks for smelling salts. Oh
It's a
God.
pleasure. Right, that's it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And we're off.
Amazing.
Bye bye.